So I wanted to show you guys something new I've been working on. My 3D printing skills continue to get better, figuring out ways to make different hand guards, just being able to combine things. And so here's something new I'm working on. Obviously it's going to be on the M4A1 platform. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do for the gearbox, but I'd like to put something in here that's at least 250 plus FPS, and that should be pretty easy for me to find with what I have around. So I did a couple things here. So again, I've been trying to reuse some pieces that I've had around. So I mean, like the riser, that's no big deal. And I wanted to try some new paint too. So this is some new paint, and I'll try to show the can on the next video once we get it completely together. It's some new paint on Amazon, some new spray paint, a new brand from Italy actually that was the least expensive. So I thought I'd try it out. And this is a blue color, obviously. Was able to reuse this drop stock from before, so we're going to go ahead and have that attached there. And the way I attached it is on the inside here, I put a rivet nut, and it is in a position so that when this screws in, the large part of the rivet nut is in here so that it'll tighten up on it nice and it'll actually stay. So I'll just go ahead and use a 7/16 bolt through there, a small, it doesn't have to be very long. That's going to put it on there tight. One thing I've learned is I wired up extra wire through here first, because even though there's always a spot to push the wire through on these, it can get pretty hard to get the wire to go where you want it to go once things are put together. So I got the extra wire through there. And then here was just a little, very kind of small stock on the end here that I had around. So I've got a cool kind of, like stippled looking little bolt that you can go ahead and screw down and tighten that up. It's just currently getting painted. So on the front end, here's a handguard that I made all 3D printed as one piece. So that's why the majority of it is blue, because it was all printed that way. So I printed it with basically the handguard. This, I guess I'd call this kind of a outer barrel 1, outer barrel 2, and then of course the inner barrel will go through there. So that way it can extend out, threaded tip on there obviously, and then you've got your fake suppressor. So you can see there too, I printed it so that it's got my little Gel Ball Blaster Master kind of the initials on there. Trying to print this logo, it just is hard to get it to show up nice, even if you do really fine detail. It just doesn't work very well, whereas with the lettering, you can see that very easily right there, and it does a pretty good job of printing it. Added the rails, so those were printed separately, but they were special rails that were kind of have that little concave base so they can fit on the round. Very nice. This was just a very small, I wanted something very small. I was either going to use like a rail cover grip or something small like this, and this one was round, so I'll go ahead and I'll put that on there too. I'll end up keeping this black, whether it's going to be this actual receiver or a different one. This is just kind of a test one. I'll go ahead and keep that black. So we got the black and blue, and then of course the orange safety tip. But anyway, we just wanted to show that off because I think it's pretty cool to be able to, the other thing that obviously was printed into this is the receiver, so that the attachment, so that it attaches to the receiver perfectly, right? It's very tight, but it's got those little notches just like the factory one, so it works great. So that's a quick rundown. Sorry, the furnace just kicked in. Anyway, comments or questions, let me know what you think. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in the monthly giveaways.